My friend, good day once more. I hope you have been enjoying the day today. Hopefully, you have been going to church or are still going to church. Now, I want us to go on and talk about issues that matters most in our lifetime. Today, I want us to talk about a shepherd. What is a shepherd? How can you describe a shepherd? For any description, just give me your thoughts on the comment section below about what or how do you describe a shepherd. I hope your description will not be very far from mine. Mine is simply to say that a shepherd is someone who looks after the welfare of the subjects that he or she is shepherding, whether it's shepherding the people or shepherding the animals, but it's a person who is entrusted or has given himself to the task of looking after the welfare of whatever. Now, why do we talk about the shepherd today? I want us to look at the fact that the Lord is our shepherd. In the book of Psalms 23, the psalmist or the singer David, King David, as you know him, sings or says that the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down beside the still waters. He leads me in pastures green. And as he goes on with his praise song to God, he says that, you, God, you are the one who makes my table before my enemies. You make my cup overrun. Even when I walk through the valleys of death, I fear no evil. Why does King David sing the praises to God to say, you are my shepherd? You will remember, if we follow the history of David, that while he was still a young boy, he fought a bear and he defeated the bear. And later in his life, he also fought the lion and he killed the lion. Now, and there are many other things that happened to the life of David that cannot all be talked about for the sake of time. But David remembers all these things, and he knows that God is the one who enabled him, who made him to overcome the adversaries that he came across in life. And later in his life, when he was crowned king of the Israelites, he realized that, oh, this God is my shepherd. He loves me. He loves me a lot. And he sings this beautiful song. I don't know what do we call a beautiful song, a beautiful poem, but he sings it wholeheartedly from the bottom of his heart, singing to God. There are many other things that happened to him. There are many things that have happened to me. I can tell you a lot of things that happened to me. For example, I escaped from a very dead car accident. And when I looked at the wreck that happened to the car that I overturned with, I realized that I should have gone. But just because the Lord was my shepherd, was still with me, he still gave me grace. And I also want to thank my family, my wife, for having been very respondent during that time, and everyone else. But no, this is not the idea behind our discussion. What we are discussing now is the Lord is our shepherd. The Lord is my shepherd. The Lord is your shepherd. You also have some testimonies that you can give to show that the Lord is your shepherd. You can talk from morning to sunset about the things that the Lord has said. So this psalm is true, not only for David, but for every one of us, that the Lord is our shepherd. And it's not just a shepherd, it's a good shepherd. In John 10, in the book of John 10, chapter 10, Jesus Christ says, I'm the good shepherd, and the good shepherd is the one that gives his life for the sake of his sheep. We who are Jesus' sheep, ourselves, you and I. Jesus, the good shepherd for us, he does a lot of things day and night to keep us safe, to keep us happy, to keep us protected. Now, this psalm, I want you to at least look at it, read it every day, and say it from the bottom of your heart that you, Lord, you are my shepherd. I shall not want anything, because you are protecting me, you are doing everything for me. Yes, please, let's all say, the Lord is my shepherd. Say it after me, the Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. Now, if you have time, go through the Psalm 104 and you'll see that God does not only concern himself about we human beings. Yes, we are his priority because he created us in his own image, you and I, but he is also concerned about the vast nature that he has created. You remember during the 6 days of creation, he didn't only create people, he even created all the other things, the birds, the fish, everything that you can think about. He takes care about those things. He's the shepherd for everything. If you look at Psalms 104, start from the first verse, you'll see how water becomes very important, because he pours waters from the mountains to the ravines, and it supplies all the animals, goes through the rivers, how the birds sing in the cedars in Lebanon, and everything you'll go through, you'll see how magnificent it sounds and looks like. But above all this, you and I, we are his priority creation, because we are the one that he has tasked to look after all the other things that he has created. He's the one he has given dominion to us. Now, the Lord God is the shepherd of our lives, whether we like it or not. Some things that he does we don't even see. There are many things that he does behind the scenes for us. We only see a tiny fraction of the things that he does for us. For us. Now, every day I bequeath you, I ask you, don't forget to talk to God and say, oh God, you are my shepherd, I shall not want. And one last thing, before we close our discussion, can we go together to Psalms 91? This is the very famous psalm of all psalms, because it talks about the situation or the state whereby we go to God and we say, God, you are our sanctuary, you are our refugee, we are staying inside your mountain, your castle, take care of us. And God becomes happy when we do that. He says, once we talk to him, we say, you are our refugee. He activates all his artillery to take care of us as a good shepherd. It takes care for us at night, during the day. You'll see how he says, even during famines or during pandemics, we'll just look around and see people falling beside us, but he will be protecting as long as you say, you are my refugee. He will even activate his angels to hold your hand so that no stone strikes against your toe, or your toe doesn't strike against the stone. What does that mean? It means that you don't come across any difficulty that can upset your life. Of course, there are difficulties. As human beings who will face some difficulties. It would be naive if we thought it will just be, that won't happen. But what happens is that He will make sure that we are protected, we are safe, we don't get into unnecessary head lists against our lives. So what does it call us to do? It calls us to say that whereas we recognize that the Lord is our shepherd, that's given, but we need to go to him and say, Lord, take care of us. You are our refugee. And then he does that in more happiness, in more pleasure, not pressure, but pleasure than he normally does. Now, don't forget to do that till we meet again. If you like this discussion, if you think it takes you from one point to another point in your Christian life, just indicate on the comments below, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. Thank you very much